Bitwarden continues to up the security game for all password managers. A recent update gave all users, including free accounts, a major security upgrade. So what is it? Oh, just the most secure way that you can log in with MFA to any account, which is what you want to have in place for your password manager. I'm talking about FIDO2 WebAuthn MFA. This is the de facto gold standard for MFA that exists today. In this video, I'm going to give you all the details that you need to understand what this is, and most importantly, how to set this up on your account. And spoiler alert, you can set this up in less than 30 seconds once you know the right steps. Okay, so FIDO2 WebAuthn, what is it? Well, you may have heard of this concept called passkeys. This is what it is. I have a full video on how passkeys work. If you're interested, be sure to look at that. I'll put a link in the description below. For our purposes today, let's just give you a quick high-level overview of what they are. Passkeys are built on public-private key cryptography. Essentially, this is taking something that only you have, a private key, and matching that with something that you can freely give to others, a public key. These two things are linked together mathematically, and because of that, it can verify who you are when you're logging in, all without having to pass a password back and forth between your client and the server. Now, this technology can be used so that when you're logging into an application, all you're doing is sending back and forth mathematical computations to verify your identity. This means that you're not sending a password over to a server, and this also means that the server is not storing your password, and this is what makes this so secure. Now for Bitwarden, currently this is allowing you to log in with this as a second factor authentication. So you're still going to need your password, but it is the most secure form for multi-factor authentication, so you want to implement this today. So why is this so good? Well, first of all, you have increased flexibility on how you want to secure your account. Passkeys provide two options on how you want to secure this account. First, you have something that's known as device-bound passkeys. This is going to be something that only exists on one single device. So that is going to lock it down so that it's super secure. Now, this can apply to your phone, this can apply to your laptop. It doesn't really matter. All that matters is that it only will exist on a single device. This is going to help increase the security. The trade-off here is that if you lose that device, you're potentially going to be locked out of your account if you don't set this up correctly. The other option with passkeys is a synced passkey option. This is going to be a technology where you're using a third party that will allow you to sync your passkey between different devices. So the benefit here is that you can log in with multiple devices. The trade-off here is that it allows syncing of this passkey to multiple devices. So you lose a little bit of that security and control because that passkey is going to exist in multiple places. The most secure way to do this is going to be with a device-bound passkey, and you're just going to want to make sure that you set up multiple backup methods so that if you do lose that device, you're not going to be locked out of your account. The second reason why this is so great is because it is phishing resistant. The reason for this is because when you are configuring this MFA with the application, you are tying it between the passkey that lives on your device and the application that you want to log into. And that application is going to be tied to a specific domain. In this case, it's going to be Bitwarden's domain. So if an attacker tries to come in and send you a phishing page to steal your login credentials, when you go to log in, you're not going to be able to provide that second factor authentication because your device doesn't recognize that attacker's domain. It's not going to be bitwarden.com. And this is why this technology is phishing resistant, because it requires you to set this up securely at the start, and attackers can't try to phish you for this information because you literally won't be able to log in because your device won't know the domain. And that's why I love this technology, because it really ups the game on security. Okay, now that we know a little bit about this technology, let's actually go set this up. And I promise you that you're going to be able to do this in under 30 seconds. So stick with me. We're going to click through it together, and then you can go off on your own and set this up seamlessly. So to get started, we're just going to log into our Bitwarden vault. You go to vault.bitwarden.com, enter in your email address, and then go ahead and enter in your master password. So if you have MFA set up at this point, it's going to prompt you for that. So you can just go ahead and set that in, and then go ahead and click continue. This is going to log you in. Now we're going to just quickly go over to our profile, click on account settings, and then go to security, and then finish up with two-step login. This is where you're going to be controlling all of your second factor authentication for your Bitwarden vault. Now you can see I currently have this set up with an authenticator app. That's why I got prompted for the one-time password at my login. And I don't have anything set up for WebAuthn at this point, but that's why we're here. So to set this up, it's super straightforward. You're just gonna click on manage. It's gonna prompt you to enter in your master password again. You're gonna click continue. And then this is the page where we're gonna control all of our passkeys for Bitwarden. Now I'm setting this up on my laptop, so I'm gonna just give it the name of laptop. And then you want to click on read key. Now at this point, your system is going to prompt you on whether or not you want to create a passkey for vault.bitwarden.com. Now this is important because this is where we were talking about how it sets it up between your device and the application. The application here is vault.bitwarden.com. So if an attacker at this point tried to phish you for it and it would say evil.com, it wasn't set up for that, so it doesn't know what it is. It has nothing to try to actually put the MFA against. This is the power of passkeys. So here I'm just gonna go ahead and click on continue, and now it's gonna prompt me to verify my identity on the laptop. So this can be done using my fingerprint or my password. I'm just gonna use my fingerprint because why not? Now at this point you can see all we have to do is click the save button and our passkey is set up here. And that's it, it's done. So at this point, you have the option to add in additional keys. Now, if you're using the device-bound passkeys, then you would want to set up multiple keys to make it easier for yourself. So you could set it up from your laptop, from your mobile device, and if there's another computer that you log in from, you can use it there as well. This is what's going to give you the flexibility, but still keep it so it's set to devices that you only want to log in from. So at this point, let's test what it's like to log in. I'm going to go ahead and just log out real quick and do the login again. So at this point, I have to put in my master password because again, this is not true passwordless yet. It's just the second factor authentication. But I go ahead and log in and you can see we already have a different login screen. It's saying FIDO2 WebAuthn. Now you'll get another prompt here similar when you first set up your passkey. And in this case, you're just going to use your fingerprint again. And there you go, we're logged in. It's really that simple. Now, I mentioned before that you want to have some backups available to you here. So the way that I like to do it is start by having WebAuthn as my primary MFA because it is the most secure. I'll then have a YubiKey as a backup, and this is something where you would just keep it and set it up when you are logging into an application for the first time, and you just keep that somewhere secure that is available just in case you lose your primary device. Now, I know this is additional work to set it up front, but it is a very secure way of doing it. You still have the option of using synced passkeys if you want to do that. It just is going to sacrifice some of the security. This is really your choice on how you want to secure your instance of your password manager. And it's all going to come down to what your risk tolerance is. Now, you also can keep the Authenticator app as a tertiary backup. And the value here is that you just don't use that very often. And this is a situation where if you did lose your YubiKey and you lost your device, this would potentially give you another mechanism to log in. That's of course assuming that you didn't have your Authenticator app on the device that you also lost. This is why it's just so important to really kind of think through your primary mechanism, your secondary mechanism, and maybe even a backup mechanism beyond that on how you can get access back to your account if all your things were lost. And that's it. You can see how you can set this up in literally less than 30 seconds and automatically up your security game. And while this technology isn't groundbreaking, what is really cool here is that Bitwarden is offering this for free to any of their users. Typically what you see with other password managers is that they'll offer this as a second factor of authentication, but you have to have their paid service to do that. And while paying money for this is worth it because of the security you get, hey, who doesn't want something for free? If you're new to Bitwarden and you're interested in setting up more, be sure to check out this video here while I go over everything that you need to know to set up your account securely.